HUFC TV. It is a gorgeous winter afternoon, mild, almost balmy. The sun shining down on the Olympic Village. Round 25 action of the Victorian NPL, the PS4 NPL. It's the penultimate home and away round, and it's Heidelberg United hosting the Oakleigh Cannons in a potential finals matchup. It is Heidelberg coming in third against Oakleigh sixth. It's a big one. It's yours truly, Greg Blake, on deck along with John Fotinos. Welcome, Jay Fott.
Welcome to you too, Greg. It's great to be here. The smell of finals football is in the air.
Yep.
It's a balmy day. Sun's out. Earlier kickoff, and the long-awaited debut of Archie Thompson for Heidelberg. Of course, taking the place of Kenny Athieu and wearing the number 10 jersey, indeed.
Taking over Jumping Jack, who moves into the number 8 jersey for Archie Thompson. So there's a fairly big crowd in, I must say, both the kickoff time and the debut of Archie Thompson. And it probably could not have come at a more appropriate time given Kenny's suspension last week.
Last minute yellow card, wasn't it?
It was indeed. The dilemma, of course, will come next week for Heidelberg United when Kenny's available to play again.
I'm sure he's straight back in, Greg.
Who does George Katsakis drop from the team? We are seconds away from a start between two of the powerhouses of the competition in 2016. Heidelberg United will be kicking to the right of screen in the gold and black toward the Murray Road end of the ground. Oakleigh in the blue and white. The Cannons will get first use of the football, heading toward the social club end of the stadium. And we're off to a start. And you called it perfectly before, Jay Fott, just the sniff of the finals, the weather at this time of year. Lewis Hall gets pickpocketed. Oakleigh signalling their intention early. Dumbalis with the long bomb away. First touch for Archie Thompson. No. Heidelberg undefeated here at the Fortress Olympic Village this season. Coming in on an 8-game unbeaten streak. 6-2-0 in their last 8 games. JW on the ball. Curls it in. Almost away. Petrie. No handball. The call was made. No, it was made. The linesman's bringing it back. It's going to be a free ball to the Oakleigh Cannons from deep in defence. Chiapetta back for his goalkeeper, John Hornos.
Yeah, going back to that earlier game this season, of course, that was the game where Chris Theodoropoulos, the hyphenator, was sent off after a heavy challenge.
Risk. No risk there.
No risk there.
Lewis Hall for Costa, Kanakaris. Petrie, Barometer, Lewis Hall looks for options. Gentle drop, will just be a wee bit too long. Oakleigh again with the clearance, pick off by Shawnee Ellis, loose ball, Ellis drives at the line, cross back, right across the face of goal. In the end, a great contest. In the end, it was the champ, Ruben Way, getting the final touch to it.
Yeah, just couldn't hook it around, but great pressing by Sean Ellis that time, Greg, and created that opportunity there, and he ran on, got the cross in. Ruben Way just couldn't get a right foot around that, and eventually with the left foot dragged it well wide, but first half chance, let's say. And that took all of 17 minutes, so as the ladder stands, these two sides would meet in the first week of the finals, and would be here again, so it may well be a somewhat of a prelude to that first final.
Long bomb. Les Dumbalis does really well to get the height. Oakleigh come down with it.
Lovely flick that time.
That's great flick that time. Peter Monti over the top. Oh, chance. He took an airy. He took 2 airies. And in the end, the hyphenator just had to stand his ground. Well, that was, with all due respect...
The offside flag had gone up.
It's still redefined inept. You've got the goalkeeper to beat, you've got some room to move, and you take 2 airies.
Well, it was take 1, take 2, and then eventually offside.
You need to...
So perhaps he sensed there was going to be offside.
Petrie! Probably somewhat symbolic of the game so far. Shawnee Ellis draws it back. JW. Square ball. Petrie in the number 8. Lewis runs the gauntlet. Pass 1, not pass 2.
Nice
Abdallah Obud.
Nice skills by Abdallah Obud that time.
Barometer down. Wilkins again. Down the line. Kanakaris splits the gap. Kanakaris, return ball was good from Jumping Jack, but stolen by Anthony Risk.
And Kanakaris went down heavily that time. He didn't see the defender coming up in Risk and just might have rolled the ankle there. Seems to be in a fair bit of trouble.
Not really the type to milk it is Costa Kanakaris. Lewis Hall, just about Heidelberg's best in this first half, Lewis Hall.
And he's been in everything, really.
He really has.
And as if on cue, there he is again.
The factor goes down the line for Archie. Archie did Oakleigh well. The 37-year-old Archie tried to square it up for the champ. Well, a little bit of magic, and did you hear the crowd come alive?
Yeah, there was a bit of the rising in crescendo.
They're waiting for something from Archie, aren't they?
Well, he's threatening, isn't he?
He was then. That was beautiful work. So was that from the factor, Shawnee Ellis. Cross ball, awkward clearance, half clearance, quarter clearance, belted away from danger by Chapata. Petrie on the carpet for the barometer.
He shielded the ball well there. Knew the player was coming, just shielded the ball beautifully.
The run comes from Josh Wilkins. The intercept comes via Chapata. And Oakleigh, who really haven't threatened to score, they've managed to defend Heidelberg successfully for this opening 33 minutes. Lewis Hall, he's been busy.
Champ coming short, yeah.
Shawnee for the champ.
Oh.
And
probably had too much time there, Greg.
He really had too much think time, but in the end he'll earn the corner. Archie was lurking.
Well, really, they might have done better that time because he was found in open space, linked up well with Sean Ellis that time. And yeah, as you said, probably a bit of think time, and eventually the ball got sort of caught up in his foot.
We played 35 minutes of something of a stalemate here at the Olympic Village. Just a little bit of life in the contest with Petrie's corner in swinger to the near post. Well read, well taken by John Hornos. And they want the quick break to Oakleigh, and they may get it through Risk. Goes inside. Bosniak.
We'll just set it up.
Barometer. Lewis Hall. Shawnee Ellis at midfield. Scurries inside the defender. Shawnee Ellis weaves his way, dances his way through 1-2 challenges. The third one. I would have thought on evidence-based practice that was a free kick from what we've seen so far. But what would I know?
We're not closer, the referee close enough, so we'll have to go with his decision.
Yeah, we do. Piemonte. Nope. Stephen Pace says no.
Who else?
Jeez. He really is a special player, Stephen Pace. Ellis. For Archie. First game for Heidelberg, the legend.
Did that well. Knew the tackle was coming. Yeah, that's experience for you. Not much in it, but definitely there, Greg. It was obstructed. Yeah. And pretty much played for that free kick, knowing that
You think 41 minutes have elapsed. There's going to be Jumping Jack Petrie. We've got a goal before half time to break the game open. Jumping Jack.
Tumbalis.
Tumbalis knew what he wanted to do.
He just couldn't arch the back to control that ball. And in the end, there was very little more loop rather than venom in that header.
Scored the winner for Oakleigh against Heidelberg when they last met in round 12 of the PS4 NPL. Lewis Hall. MVP for mine for Heidelberg this afternoon thus far. Commentators.
They've made the change, this looks like. Archie's come into the number 10 position as Commentators plays the early ball.
Ellis gave himself too much work to do.
Casual, heavy touch, the first one.
The skipper, with the early read and the casual caress back to the hyphenator. 2 minutes of time added on for stoppages.
Once again, the barometer.
He just makes it look simple, doesn't he?
Sold
Turn it over. So a bit of rough and tumble.
A bit casual that time.
Oakleigh want to restart it quickly. They hit the accelerator. Wozniak, big imposing figure thereof. The barometer just unbalanced him. Oakleigh come again. Might have be able to create the last chance of the game!
And a great shot and a great save there.
Well, the hyphenator has asked the question, and the hyphenator, Chris Theodoridis, gives us the answer. I'm waiting for the referee. Waiting for the corner kick, rather. Near post header off the line. Near post header off the line by Commentators. Oh, and a belter off the outside of the boot from Dean Piemonte.
Well, they've come to life, have Oakleigh, in this last 2 or 3 minutes, but...
And that is all she wrote for the first half, which is built and built and built. And we had a bit of a
flurry there.
A bit of a flurry toward the end, but it wasn't at the end we were hoping for. It is at half-time, thanks to our matchday sponsors.
Magic Taste Foods.
Yes.
And Mirabella.
And our constant sponsor, George's Bar.
Can't forget George's Bar.
We are going into the interval in this round 24 PS4 NPL game. Scoreline of 0-0 between Heidelberg and the visiting Oakleigh Cannons. And welcome back to HUFC TV as the chill of the evening blows in across the Olympic Village. Big crowd in. Half-time score, Heidelberg 0. Oakleigh Cannons 0. Heidelberg to restart for this second half. Heading to the left of screen towards the social club end of the ground. In what hasn't been a blockbuster by any means between two final sides. John Fotinos rejoins me in commentary. Oakleigh, the first forward thrust of the game. Easy take for Chris Theodoridis. Still got to pose the question, and it's where's that spark that we've seen over the last 6 or 7 weeks? It just hasn't been apparent today.
Certainly.
Not for want of trying.
No, there's certainly.
Archie on the carpet. The champ, Ruben Way. Ruben, right across the face of goal, had nothing doing.
It was really neither a shot nor a cross in the end, and rather a scuffed effort there.
So the first change of the game, and appropriately as we head toward dusk, it's Bad Noon Rising. It's going to take the place of Costa Commentators. Copped a heavy knock in the first half. So Harry Noon gets his chance to put a stamp on a listless performance by Heidelberg to this point in a scoreless game, HUFC TV. Lewis Hall back for JW. Bangs it long. Harry Noon.
Certainly Harry Noon adds a different dynamic. He's not as...
well done, Harry. Well done, Harry. With the cross chopped out by Hanos. And the floodlights are officially turned on now. Jack Petrie.
See, already he's getting busy, Harry Noon. Wants to win that starting lineup spot again.
Petrie. He had to work for that in the end. Gave himself a little bit too much to do, Josh Wilkins.
Well, he's been a little off the ball today, Jack Petrie, you must say.
It's been a listless performance almost across the board. Long striding, Luke Biles hits Lewis, except for this man, Lewis Hall. He's had a great game.
Been very industrious.
Petrie,
uncustomary
mistake from Jack Petrie, and gives away the free kick. Well, you do. I mean, you want to see that, don't you? You want to see that.
There was definitely that intensity and
there really was
passion about that game.
Shawnee Ellis hits Archie, does well to control it. Archie through the gap for Harry. Still chasing was JW.
He's determined to score, isn't he?
He really is determined to score. Well, if it's ever a day that Josh Wilkins is going to step up and grab himself that goal and that glory, we want it to be today. Harry Noon keeps it on the ground. Archie. Shawnee. Not quite. Coverage there from Chiapetta for Oakleigh. Ellis leaves it for Les, who can get some distance on his throws. Is he going to go for distance?
He's really got not much tall timber up there to hit other than Lewis Hall.
Goes very deep for High Noon. Harry Noon. Corralled near the corner flag. Harry Noon. Did well to toe poke it back. Lewis Hall. Shawnee Ellis curls it back. Far post. JW across with the coverage. Not quite. Out of play. Turnover. Oakleigh get the ball back. Just marshals it back to his goalkeeper. And he'll restart it from just outside his own penalty area. Ruben. Sean. And the goalkeeper swoops on it. And the Oakleigh players want a piece of Harry Noon.
Well,
they want a piece of Harry Noon.
Well, he went in rather late on Honos, and I mean, it was probably a little late, but he certainly put himself about since he's come on, and they weren't happy about that at all, the Oakleigh players.
Well, maybe that's the spark that lights the powder keg. As we now check on the health or otherwise of the Oakleigh Cannons goalkeeper, John Honos. It's the Coliseum, baby. It's a contest.
Well,
it's a contact sport.
This is a potential second spot on the line for Heidelberg here. They must win this game and have to win next week to have any chance to secure that second spot. And Oakleigh will be looking to get up as high as they can on the ladder. They could go fourth with a win.
Harry Noon. And still no score.
Yes, we're still waiting for the game opener, and it's just bubbling along, this game.
It needs a moment, doesn't it? Luke Biles, the up and under. Harry Noon. Ruben Way draws it in. Harry Noon. Harry Noon.
Well, he's got Archie free.
Archie is free. Flags down. Oh. Goalkeeper does really well. Shawnee comes.
Tried to open himself up there, did Archie. Oh, Wilkins flying in.
Well, that was the best chance.
Well, there was the moment.
And credit John Honos in the Oakleigh goal. It was.
Well, certainly got the crowd fired up. But there was a chance. You could see he was trying to open up the body to go past the left-hand side of Honos, but he probably hit it at a comfortable height for the keeper.
Instinctive save by John Honos, keeping Oakleigh from conceding to Archie Thompson. Heidelberg come again. That was way off target. Oakleigh will clear on the break, on the fast break. Shawnee Ellis trying to cover. As Piemonte has to check his stride. And Lewis Hall in the end, just ensuring that Bosniak wasn't on the end of that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, would this place have been rocking had that gone in?
The champ, Ruben Way. The outside run from Archie. Archie.
Ooh.
And he speared it for Harry Noon, but again,
John Honos. Working his way to the game.
Honos.
Becoming a factor now.
He's not the factor, of course. Stephen Pace. Looks it long for Archie. Sean Ellis runs deep. Left foot cut back. Oakleigh clear, half clear anyway. Crash tackle. Cannons come clear.
Nice turn there. Nice
Risk.
red again.
Good win. Harry. And again, Harry Noon. Harry Noon!
Has he been a factor, like I said? Not the factor, but he has been prominent, involved in that heavy clash with John Honos. That time with a snapshot just wide of the mark. But you can feel the Bergers starting to just exert a bit of influence on this game now. Just noticed, as I said, in the last five or so minutes, Heidelberg just ramping up
I think they've
intensity a little bit.
Yeah, they've got a wee bit of a hunger for it at the moment, which was sorely lacking the first half. Lewis Hall onto his right foot. Square ball. Petreski hits Shawnee Ellis left. Sean, the drag and roll around the corner. Great. Harry! Wow.
Yeah, just a little bit past him. Couldn't get the angle on the header, but a big opportunity and superb delivery there by the factor. Just a little jink around the defender, made the yard of space that he needed, whipped it in, and just too long for Harry Noon, who couldn't get the angle back across the keeper. You could see what he was thinking there, back past the keeper, and Honos relieved to see that go past his near post.
Felix Ania back for his goalkeeper. Well done, Josh Wilkins, anticipated. Got to the front of the contest. Cheeky by Ruben. JW round the corner. Good steal from the Oakleigh defender. Petreski almost returned the favour. Heidelberg will get the throw in from that grandstand sideline for Ruben Way. Covered by two. Goes to ground. No free kick. Didn't look like it from here. And that was an awful ball. So Heidelberg will get it back. Throw in. Dumbalis for Archie. Toward the line. Archie. Is he the hero? Is Harry the hero? Oakleigh clear it with numbers.
Against Harry Noon. Something or another there. But there was another big moment in this game.
Really, really. And we're into the last 5 minutes as the step and go from the champ was brilliant. Harry Noon. Oh, for Archie, just overran it.
Yeah, just a bit unlucky there. Ball got caught up because they got the runner through the middle. Federides tried to chest it. He's got the play on his helmet.
He did well in the end, the hyphenator.
It's a bit helter-skelter at the minute there.
Is there a big finish? We played 44-15 in the second half in a scoreless game here on HUFC TV. Ellis with the free kick, glancing header, goalkeeper Brave. Good read, good take, under pressure.
Yeah, glancing header just came off the Oakleigh head and it set up nicely for Honos, who kept his calm and he's kept Oakleigh well and truly in this game this afternoon. He's had a great game, John Honos.
He really has.
Just as lacked that. Just final touch has been touches. Petreski gets picked off
by Lambropoulos.
And again, clearly won the ball there, but
and a yellow card as well. That's just.
Well, that's a double whammy.
Bit of argy-bargy in the penalty area.
Flicked it on just wide. I'll tell you what.
That was about a centimetre wide. Well, a game that's never threatened to reach any heights has lived up to its reputation and not lived up to any heights. Harry, glancing header on. They re-win it. Ellis, under pressure, runs the gauntlet. Ball reefed loose. Harry. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And they're none too happy.
I am really sorry. That is an appalling call. That is an appalling call, John.
I reckon, just looking at the live ladder, Greg, I reckon And that's it.
And that is the end of what has been an ugly arm wrestle here at the Olympic Village, brought to you by on HUFC TV.
Magic Taste Foods, Mirabella, and of course George's Bar. A disappointing 0-0 result. Suits neither side, particularly Heidelberg, and Archie Thompson had the chance to score the winner there during the second half. But other than that, really a very dull stalemate overall.
Yeah, a dull stalemate is the best description as we end it here at the Village on Sunday evening. Last home game of the season. The road to the finals goes through Melbourne Victory next weekend. But as it is, final score, Heidelberg United 0, Oakleigh Cannons 0. On behalf of all the team, we wish you all the best and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.